Okay, it's Mike Messier. The big news, unfortunately, Paige, WWE superstar Paige, is going to apparently be forced to retire. Retire. It's sad. She was just getting started again. I think she was just back with WWE on television. I want to say for a month, maybe 6 weeks at the most. Um, Time flies. Maybe it was 2 months. My thoughts on Paige. I was not a big NXT guy. I just wasn't. But I do remember the day after WrestleMania, the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania, AJ Lee cutting a promo. I was actually on a film set, directing, I believe, or just being on a film set, and was in this bar, and they had Monday Night Raw on the background, and out comes this very poshy, gothic looking young lady, Paige. And the really interesting thing was she looked a lot like the bartender, the female bartender in the bar at this movie shoot, who just happened to be a woman in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, who was this bartender girl. She even kind of did a table take. She's like, "Hey, I'm on TV," because the bartender looked a lot like Paige, or Paige looked like the bartender. Came out, did the promo with AJ Lee, took the woman's title, and we were off and running. My favorite memories of Paige really were that AJ Lee feud. I thought mocking AJ Lee's kind of little waltz to the ring. What do you call that? A skip? The skip. I always liked the way that Paige kind of mocked AJ Lee's skip. I like the way that, I mean, look, as a male fan, yes, I mean, Paige is very attractive, had a different look, shorter than a lot of the what at the time was, I think, was just phasing out the term divas at the time Paige came along, but Paige was a little bit shorter, a little bit poshier, definitely with that accent. Just really a gorgeous young woman. Can't take that away from her. Just highly attractive. Could also wrestle. And I did get the honor of seeing a Paige versus AJ Lee match live in Providence. Very good match. I want to say it was even a 2 out of 3 falls match, but they were the highlight. I love that feud. Uh, Paige and the Charlotte Flair thing, was provocative. They pushed some buttons with mentioning Charlotte's family. I do think that when this whole four horsewoman thing came into play, I'm not the biggest NXT guy, like I'll say, and some people might hate that, but I have my reasons for not really being a super fucking NXT guy. But I would say that Paige always seemed to be left out of that four horsewoman thing. I guess she was on the main roster before they formed that group. Um, I liked Paige's career. Now the last few years with the whole Alberto Del Rio, I personally can't stand couples, especially celebrity couples who rub their couplehood in your face. Like, this is how great we are. This is how much love we have for each other. This is how sexy we are. This is how much we're fucking. So, yeah, it was a turn off to me. Paige and Alberto, I mean, look, you go out and have fun, but I don't need to know about it. You know what I mean? And yeah, there was some things, as we all know, the last couple of years. If you really like Paige, you could get into it. I never watched any of that stuff, because to me, it's an invasion of privacy. It's illegal to be selling that stuff. We're talking about these videotapes that were leaked, and it's just kind of nasty stuff. And it's just like, don't really want to see that, because she doesn't want us to see it. If she had done Playboy or Penthouse or something of that nature, old school, that's her choice. But Paige, her privacy was invaded, illegal pornography, and really a victim of that. And that's just on society and on the people who marketed that stuff. And that guy, Brad Mannix, seemed like a real piece of garbage, seemed to be gloating about it, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. It was nice to see. If anything good comes out of this for Paige, it's just she was back with WWE. Now she can be a fucking martyr. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying that the timing of this, if she was away, if she was with Impact or fucking Anthem or whatever the fuck on some half-assed agreement or half-assed contract with some other promotion, and her movie was still going to be made, now she gets to be the martyr of wrestling. Now she gets to be 25. She's still got her whole life ahead of her. And I do feel bad because at age 25, now she has this fucking neck situation for her whole life. And if you really think about it, if it's making her stopping the wrestle, or however you phrase it, it's sad because is the rest of her life affected? Can she go on roller coasters? Can she do extreme sports? Can she climb a mountain? I'm not saying that she would even want to climb a mountain, but if she wanted to, I'd hope that she could. And with this injury that's ending her wrestling career, does it affect her day to day living? I don't know. You don't know. And that's just something that's going to have to unfold. Okay. With WWE, do they take care of their people? I don't know. I mean, she was very grateful apparently to have a job again after all the stuff she's been through with them and have the movie that The Rock produced or whatever the fuck. But now it's like, what do you do when you're 25? I think the thing is, like everybody else, she'll probably get into acting or she'll probably do something with wrestling. But yeah, some people are already suggesting, the Cultaholic guys and whoever the fuck else, people on Facebook, saying that she should just get into managing. Someone suggested, I don't know the name, that she manages Sanity or one of these NXT groups, or maybe she manages the other women wrestlers that were in her little group, or maybe she could take those two extra girls, put them with Ruby Riott, and she can be the manager of that whole System of a Down type of thing, even though Ruby Riott is. So look, there's a lot of things this young lady can do. Hopefully she doesn't spiral into depression. Not that she's going to watch my fucking video, but if she happened to see it, I'd say, look, there's other things besides wrestling, actual wrestling that she can do. She's obviously a talker. She has a good presence. She could be a female, the youngest, prettiest, gothic, former wrestling champion female manager, and she could have a great stable. They could really promote her as, like, she could walk around with a little cane and whack people with it. So, I mean, there's things that she can do with her life besides being an actual competitor. Yeah, and okay, look, could she be a film actress? Probably could. I mean, she could actually, she has a very good look, and she could be a great actress. If she applied herself, if she wanted to take classes, I'd be more than happy to work with her for a reduced rate, and I could make her an actress. So she could do that. She could be a commentator, whatever the fuck. So I'm trying to say to Paige, keep your chin up. You have your whole life ahead of you. Don't do anything drastic. Don't fall into depression. We all go through rough times. All the fans love you. And, so on and so forth. The world is a big place. There's always a room for Paige. And look, you say this. She's 25 years old. She's a retired former women's wrestling champion. And she's got her own life movie being made about her, fucking produced by the #1 acting movie star in the goddamn world. So don't feel too bad for Paige, okay? If you're out there, thinking about wrestling on a Friday night and it's raining, and you're wearing a Hulk Hogan shirt like I am, then you've got enough problems of your own. So don't cry for Paige, okay, wrestling fans? She'll be okay. I mean, I think she'll fall on her fucking feet. She'll figure something out, trust me. So anyway, Paige, you've had a great career. I really enjoyed your work with AJ Lee. I started to watch your family doc a few times. It gets to be a little annoying at times with the voices, but I'll probably go back and watch it now out of respect to your life. And you got a big movie coming out, so don't be too sad. It's a sad day for Paige, but at the same time, you've done a lot. Maybe it's time to just ease off a little bit. Maybe write a book like your buddy AJ Lee did, which I have thoughts about. But Paige, your career is over, but your life has just begun. It's Mike Messier.